The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
31's the mic.
Throwing now is Allen. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
56. Check 56. Wild Bill. Wild Bill. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn
56, 56.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now Cook running right. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Keep it up. Keep it up, guys.
On first down, Archer. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike. All day.
Operating from the gun. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Delta.
Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. This will be caught by Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Check team, spill.
Check safety, check safety. Check 9, check 9.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mike 56. Oh, you get on the header. Oh, you get on the header. Check 27.
On the ground, this is Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Go! At their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down, Archer. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on 3rd down, Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Check. You go tight.
56.
You got tight right there.
Okay.
2nd and 5 now. Allen. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Hey, 19! Hey, home.
Check. Crunch.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike 50.
Hey, seam 6. All 52.
Mike 50.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Check 49, check 49. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Ready to go.
On first down, Archer. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Down. 50. Plant. 49. Orbit. It's just me and you. Go.
From the gun, Love. Stepping up, he'll try and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Love. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Ready.
And the Mexico City first down.
They'll run on first down. Archer. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Yep. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
On 2nd down now, Archer. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on first down, Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. On 4th down, Love. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Now a run with Cook. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
You ain't going no run. Stop.
50, Mike's 50. Not today, you are. Not today.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
56 is mine. 56 is mine. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Go. 56. My God, 56 right there.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Allen going to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Allen now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
That's another Bills first down.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And again, it's Allen. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Exit.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Love. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Single receiver. Hey, ready?
Off the play fake. Love. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. Love completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Exit.
45 the mic. Watch the out. 45's the mic. It's our field.
Ready, go.
On 3rd down, Love. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get 14 yards there and a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
To throw on third down. Love. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
On fourth down, Love. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A big-time sack there on fourth down. And the Bills are going to get the football back from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Allen. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Hey, high 7.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Bills send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Check it backer, check it backer. Check 31, check 31.
On 1st down, Cook. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go.
Round 80.
Mike 50.
Regular.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalvin Cook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point safely through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, Archer. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards on that play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. At the 38, they run the counter. Archer. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Set. 30 pace. Let's go. Come on. Pilot 64. Weak. Begin. Bravo.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Love. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Back to throw. Love. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
31's the mic.
Here's Allen to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over. He's got a man, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
50.
They'll run on first down. Archer, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Yeah, he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
No.
They run it again with Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first down, Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. And now they'll throw with Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's a quarterback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
We got 4.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Complete to Terry McLaurin. It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
80 weapons, 80 weapons.
2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Chopper.
On 4th down, Love. And it is incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away, was Mike Edwards. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On 1st down, Love. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Love. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Chad Hunt, 90, Wolf. Watch the run, Orbit. Watch the run. Sam, go.
To throw again, Love. Connects with Kittle underneath. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That one goes for 24 yards.
Ready. 61.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Let's go.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Operating from the gun. Love. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And his first carry, he loses the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
March 56. All day, every day, any day. Hey, check 24.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
On 2nd down now, Lofton.
Let's go, boy. Bring it on.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's